Geez, that's really funny, Peter Worthington. Or Witherspoon, excuse me. Mr. Witherspoon. Remember the Archie comics? Isn't that the principal of Archie and the gang? Uh, the mention here, the spy comment, is probably in relation to something I said to Leila. That account was pushing disinformation. It said the province rewards program for tips leading to and solving major crimes or finding missing people doesn't exist. Well, it does exist. It offers $150,000 to anyone with information that leads to a conviction or finding missing people. Anyways, after I called out Leila, they deleted the comments. After which I asked them if they were a Chinese or Russian troll, because that's the type of account I would expect to be pushing out such blatant disinfo. That's what they want you to think, bro. Anyway, what a funny statement. I think that Leila is someone very close to the family, and I think that at least one content creator knows or has a good idea who Leila is, because they jumped down my throat for questioning Leila. And a few days after that was airing a conversation they had with Daniel. Yeah, you're noticing it too, Peter. You're noticing it. Yeah, it's a strong possibility, not that it matters, but you can tell in the statements that she's just so full of shit. It's the pretending to agree than really passive aggressively bringing up the most nonsensical counterpoint. You know, she's one of those contrarians in that circumstance, thinking that that's just so righteous in this. You know, you're missing the point there, Leila. Get the frick out of here, honey. I do go hard in the paint with Kent Cool J. That's funny. I'm going hard in the paint on him. Man, I really have to agree, Yvonne. That's Yvonne Rodriguez. I'd love to know what Malaya had to say in those RCMP documents. You mean the redacted parts? Yeah, so do I. Whenever I hear Wade talk about what Daniel said and did to Jack and Lily, it really pisses her off. I think that's a common feeling amongst us all. Look at this. Look at this. Bacon cheeseburger with onion 714 says Scott was up on SA charges from what I heard. He's a chomo. They've got a picture of my old. They've got a picture of me, bacon cheeseburger, burger with onion. They got a picture of me as their avatar. Oh fuck! I got a troll. Who are you talking about, Tinkerbell? You're talking about Callie? Oh, here's a good one for you. She said that she would never let a gay person watch her grandkids. I believe she said grandkids. Well, that's her prerogative, isn't it? She will go off on you and then block you because she can't handle the backlash to what she started in the first place. You must be talking about Callie. That's what you get when you get into these ridiculous back and forths in these YouTube groups or group chats. You know, you lay with dogs, you're going to get fleas. Yeah, you're talking about Rob Haynes, American. This drama is not important, as he created and continues to create narcissistic type drama. Oh, yeah, it's ironic, isn't it, in a way? But I think that was Rob coming to his senses, coming to Jesus moment. We're just giving Rob a hard time. You know, I appreciate comments, but some of them really make you wonder. I don't know. Like, if you're really seeking the answer, don't you think that you can go and figure out for yourself if law enforcement are still working and covering the case? This Love to Cuddle says, is the law still looking and working the case? Jesus, I don't know. What is it we've been talking about this entire time? What do you think? Did they even call the police? Going back to Tint's video of his conversation with Wade Paris, Cindy Murray's partner, which would be Malaya's mother's boyfriend in this circumstance. He's just detailing or mentioning in passing that she doesn't seem to be being Malaya, showing any excessive emotion or concern about Jack and Lily since being back, living underneath their roof or wherever she is at this point in time without Meadow. As well, he mentions something about asking Malaya about further details about what did Daniel do to her? Like, what else was he doing to her in a physical manner in that sense? Timestamp 1423.
You know what I'm saying? I know, it just seems like she's sad. I don't know.
She's not sad, right?
Yeah, it don't seem like it is. I told you, and I told her, I asked, when Daniel got mad, what did he do? Did he hit them? Did he?
So she never cries in front of you, or you never show any sadness?
Yeah, she doesn't cry.
She doesn't
but
cry?
I think she knows what happened, but she ain't saying that.
She knows what happened?
Smoke?
Sure, yeah. I love it.
You get yours in the mail, bro?
And that's a key detail that gets overlooked and it falls in line with the questioning as what do you think happened to Jack and Lily? In this circumstance, Wade says that he believes Malaya knows what happened to the children. That's a lot more than we've gotten from anybody else, isn't it? Wade mentions that Malaya is living in the Shubenacadie Reserve with this Chief Michelle McDonald Glass, whom she's related to. And Wade says he's related to at the same time, which is kind of bizarre when you're dating Malaya's mom, isn't it? Just bring it up. I don't know. So Wade's expressing how he doesn't understand what's going on currently because in order, they allowed Malaya to stay with them in order to get Malaya back, and she's not around anymore. She's already taken off. In order to get Malaya back would have brought her a little bit closer to having to answer. She's got a guilty conscience. So though she might say that she's trying and actively trying to get her baby back, she's not going about it in a way that's copacetic with the standard by the establishment, which doesn't mean anything in of itself, but there's you could have had custody of Meadow in this circumstance and you relinquished custody to save your own hide. That's the primary concern and suspicion. And why else? You're acting and behaving contradictory to what it would take to satisfy people that you can provide a safe and stable home environment for Meadow in this circumstance.
You never show any sadness?
Yeah, she doesn't cry.
She doesn't
but
cry?
I think she knows what happened, but she ain't saying that.
She knows what happened?
Smoke?
Sure, yeah. I love it.
You get yours in the mail, bro?
Oh, you mean
I don't smoke.
is it Malaya leaving the reserve or is another one, super lucky?
She's staying there because we're giving her a house now.
Oh, she's getting a new house over there.
Yeah. That's where she's from, though, because her dad's from India.
Oh, her grandma...
The kids ain't over there because I was over there.
Her grandma is in Shubenacadie.
Yep.
And she's with her grandma right now.
And I'm related. Trying to think if I'm related. And she lives with the chief.
She lives with the chief?
Her name is Michelle McDonald Glass.
She's living with the chief right now.
She's living with her.
Wow.
She got like a house on beside her, like an apartment.
Do you know what the house looks like?
I never lived at her. We're related to the chief somehow. But most of the...
How come she's living how come she's living with the chief right now? Is she related to the chief?
You get the daughter back, she ain't allowed to stay here. For some reason. Can't. And plus, I told her she's looking for work and stuff. I said, you're looking for work? I said, whose baby is it? And I ain't baby is it. You get what I'm saying? She's looking for work. So you didn't want to take care of it. Yeah.
So I think that Wade's mentioning Malaya was looking for work. She's going to move back in and look for work to help support Meadow, but she doesn't have her, a babysitter lined up or somebody who can watch the children while she's away at this point in time.
The little daughter, she's a year and a half.
Yeah.
So you take care of her. No, I ain't taking care of her. I'll watch her once in a while, but I ain't want babysit. You better hire a babysitter or take the baby to your great grandmother and drop her off to like that.
Yeah.
I like kids in there. Plus, you don't say hi or nothing. Sometimes you say hi to her.
Sometimes
Then you get a happy Father's Day. I know, you get what I'm saying? You sang up in the night too.
You mean Malaya?
I call her, see how the kids are doing. But she never, when we had the kids, they never really showed no signs. Like, they were doing it. You could tell they were emotionally with me. But sometimes I'll reach by, like Lily's head. Like she'll rub my head, and I go to touch her. Then she'll put her hands up.
Really?
That means somebody slapped me.
Who, Malaya?
So Wade's expressing that he feels the kids were showing signs of physical abuse, but he's not getting the words right. I know what he's trying to get across in that, sometimes when he's expressing himself and his hands go close to Lily, they're putting their hands up themselves in defense, thinking that, they're likely going to be swatted or battered in that sense. A sign of physical abuse in that sense. That's what he's bringing up. And it's interesting that he knows Jack and Lily firsthand. Like, this just isn't a rumor. Could he be misinterpreting? Sure. I mean, but he's feeling it necessary to express to everybody how he felt about what was going on to those kids. When he hears that, now, this is what bothers me about all of this. And I know it bothers some of you, like you, Lori Green, in my chat. I know you'll be saying something. But if you recognize the signs, why couldn't you do something about it and influence the situation? But what would you have done? I mean, it's so difficult to hear somebody recount all of these scenarios and paint Daniel in this circumstance in such a light, and just passively had sat by and watched this occur under the assumption that it's just not your business. Well, they kind of made it your business, Wade. You're living with her mother, the kid's grandmother. It's so disappointing and hard to listen to. It's hard to come to terms with this. Do you guys believe Wade? What do you think about him? Some do. Some want to just disregard what he has to say because of how Tint got this, this particular conversation on tape and put it on social media. That all aside, it doesn't mean the information within is to be disregarded. Especially when there's so many holes in the parent's story. And everybody's playing out there that, we'll just give you the benefit of the doubt for now. We'll take what it is that you say without scrutiny, without questioning. And that's how Daniel and Janie are presenting themselves to the public. And that's really disturbing. That really bothers me. In these circumstances, I find it interesting. It's a great conversation starter after the fact about asking the people who know Jack and Lily best about what they think happened to Jack and Lily in this circumstance. And Wade again goes on with, an unprompted, it wasn't prompted by an outside question. He just volunteered the information about how suspicious he is personally of Daniel. He cites the fact that they've never ever talked to Justin, never seen the guy. The grandmother, Janie, in this circumstance, treated them in a socially inappropriate manner, especially for showing up at their house after the fact, you know, putting on this pantomime for them, and he's calling it out as something fishy. There is something fishy going on because of their particular behavior, is what he's saying to us. Let's listen.
Justin. Justin is
the
brother of Daniel Martell.
We never seen the brother ever before. He came to the house when they were missing. The mother, she never ever talked to us. She didn't say hi or fuck off. She came, like when they were missing, they come into the house. But we never seen them ever before that. And the father, he came to the house too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the father kept going up in the woods, right beside the house.
I know. Actually,
there's something fishy.
Yeah.
But where they were looking, they're probably like 10 miles in the fucking woods. If they ain't alive, they're buried way in the woods. Like towards, like Muscatava, there's all these back roads. And there's a train tracks right there, so the train station probably used to go there. Like Sheet Harbor.
That's why what people are saying. You saw the pictures of Daniel Martell and his brother was on the ATV.
Yeah, they never had that before.
Everything was.
I never seen that ATV before.
Yeah,
before that.
Everything in this place is kind of messy, but just the ATV is so fucking clean.
I wonder how far they searched. Maybe why don't they search about from here to the end here? This road goes way down, probably 3 miles.
But the thing is.
So, just trying to imagine. She lives in Cartwright. Cindy Murray and Wade live in Cartwright, if I remember. So you're telling me that Daniel and his family stopped by your place all that time away to search themselves personally of your property? I'd like to know that time frame. Has anybody ahead of me out there that's watching this? Let me know in the comment section below. But Wade here is talking about when the kids were missing. He wasn't concise with the date. Wasn't specific. He said when the kids were missing, so you have to assume May 2nd or May the 3rd, that his whole family stopped by Cindy and Wade's house. They took the long journey, get the hell out of Dodge, and went directly to the mother's house, Cindy and Wade's house, to search for the kids off in the bush to your right. And he knew something was fishy. That's really interesting when you sit down and think about it. Why would they go to your house, Wade and Cindy? And why would they search specifically, not the search teams, but Daniel and his family, your property? When he was here, let's listen to what the heck he says here. Well, we just heard it.
Why, if Malaya, she saw something. She must saw something. The story was same as people saying. You saw the pictures of Daniel Martell and his brother was on the ATV.
Yeah, they never had that before.
Everything was.
I never seen that ATV before.
Yeah,
before that.
Everything in this place is kind of messy, but just the ATV is so fucking clean.
I wonder how far they searched. Maybe why don't they search about from here to the end here?
Yeah, well, he searched from the end to the end over here, and he's pointing. He's pointing. So that's just baffling to me why Daniel would choose Malaya's mother's house. That's baffling to me. Why he's not talking in detail about all of this. That's so interesting, isn't it?
This road goes way down, probably 3 miles.
But the thing is, why, if Malaya, she saw something. She must saw something. The story was same as Daniel Martell.
Yeah.
Why she don't come out and say something right now?
Why you bring around it? You just fucking.
And I saw a picture the other day. Malaya, she was on the beach with her friend. You saw the picture?
She goes to the beach every day.
She go to the beach every day?
Yeah, it's like it's nothing.
Do you think she actually has the kid?
No, she don't have them. Somebody got them or they killed them.
Have you ever been to her place in the supermarket.
No.
You never been there?
I was at the grandmother's. I used to hang with her dad like a long time ago. But it was crazy on the reserve at night.
Yeah, you don't want to go there, man.
I don't want to be a cop because they fucking attack
I can
you.
probably go there. People are gonna think I'm a native too. I'll be free.
My great grandmother was full Micmac. I'm related to him.
My friend.
Now
Yeah.
get this here. You heard of East Preston?
East Press? No.
North Preston? East Preston?
No.
Juvenile Reserve used to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's all areas, all so-called black people.
Yeah.
So they took the lighter skinned people and put them in the juvenile. And there's Brooks. She's a Brooks. She can get her card so she can get money, a house. And if Brooks is an East Preston, they'll get any money.
Yeah, man.
They won't register them for them. I can't even get registered. And my great-great-great-grandmother is Paul McNabb. And she's from, it's called Fort Foley Reserve. You go to Sackville, New Brunswick, and you go way down towards Georgia. Most of the so-called blacks are Micmac. Same people, different names. They can't get the word.
Yeah, bro. You know what?
I treat everybody the same. Get none of that.
I said RCMP is so useless. They can't find anything. They only check the camp footage, the trail camp footage after like 20
That
days.
ain't no good.
Yeah, that's not good.
They should have cordoned off the whole fucking block. People all in the house. People in the woods.
They're saying
I was even in the woods. But as soon before I even got to the place, they said the kids are missing. The first thing I thought is Daniel. I even told the police.
I can't blame you.
Wade's letting us know that before he even arrived at their trailer on Garlock Road that he suspected Daniel and he knew Daniel. It was Daniel.
I mean, I
It's
actually...
him, fuck what you say.
Yeah.
And the girl knows. Malaya knows. Guess what? There are 34.
I
It's
actually...
him, fuck what
CMP is so useless. They can't find anything. They only check the camp footage, the trail camp footage after like 20
that
days.
ain't no good.
Yeah, that's not good.
They should have cordoned off the whole fucking block. People all in the house. People in the woods.
Yeah, they're saying...
I was even in the woods. But as soon before I even got to the place, they said the kids are missing. The first thing I thought is Daniel. I even told the police.
I can't blame you. I mean, I
It's
actually...
him, fuck what you say.
Yeah.
And the girl knows. Malaya knows. Guess what? There are 34,000 in debt. So they might have been ripping off
You mean Daniel Martell?
both of them brothers. So they're probably registering all 5 kids.
Another very interesting point from Wade Paris, saying that they, as a couple, accrued about $35,000 in debt because they were claiming all 5 children, which would have upped all of their social security and social payments in that sense, like the baby bonus per month. And of course, when they come to figure that out, which would be why Daniel doesn't want to file his tax returns in that circumstance, because it would show up on the computer that the kids are already accounted for in the system and living with their mother as opposed to Daniel. But here's Daniel claiming them. I mean, you might get away with it. See, probably... I'm just trying to imagine how they would have gotten away with that, because the system wouldn't have caught it until a full year after you committed what would be fraud in the circumstance, right? So by the time the system and everybody are ready to deal with you, it's in the next tax year. So you get that money, but then the systems, because they're a tax year behind in processing in that circumstance. That's how I think it probably happened. Like, he had a change of address and there was a change. So there's an allowance for some discrepancy right away. So they're not screening for it beforehand. They screen And these things show up after a full tax year, like a year after things actually occur. But Wade's saying that they're probably registering all 5 kids as living with Daniel and Malaya, meaning Daniel's other 2 children, contributing to their financial struggles in this circumstance.
That wouldn't surprise me. I only work like once a week. Yeah.
You get this here?
It's not even working.
So you wouldn't get no money at the 20th. You know, you get the child or the kid checks.
Yeah, it's not like milk money.
They're ripping them off. They owe $3,000-$4,000. If you bring your grandmother's credit card, $8,000. They stole the card, and she didn't even charge it. Another time she borrowed $1,600. Said she'll pay her the next year. And she told her right to her face, I'm not paying you back. You can't be good to it.
I think probably Daniel Martell. But you're saying
don't bring him up.
Yeah, but some people online also said maybe Malaya did to bring the kid to reserve because Daniel Martell was being abusive to the kid. So she was trying to protect those 2 kids.
I know, but where are they at?
Nah, that's what Doe would say. Doe would say.
Yeah, it's so hard to believe that Malaya doesn't know what happened to Jack and Lily in this circumstance, when the stories are so blatantly untrue and unsatisfactory to anybody's standards. And you continue to have Malaya silent. It's really frustrating for people out in the public and those concerned with where Jack and Lily are at this point in time. How are we going to get these children back? How are we going to get the kids back from wherever they are at this point in time? We need the cooperation from Malaya. But it doesn't seem that at this point in time anybody has really actually pressed her in a way that would suggest urgency. The police know the difference between a story that makes sense and a story that doesn't make sense. How did that initially slip through the cracks here? Because is it the RCMP are so compartmentalized that each and every individual that they have on a situation like this is responsible for just one thing and is so, fitted with blinders in that sense that they don't see the situation in its totality? Or is it that they simply don't react in real time after they know that Lily and Jack are most likely deceased, and this urgency to get them back alive is no longer really feasible? It's not practical. Let me know what it is that you think in the comments section about the things that Wade mentioned in this particular video. I have to give a shout out to Ninchi. I'm over there watching her video and her communiques with the RCMP. And let me move this for a second. The top left of your screen, she's pointing out what was interesting to her, Ninchi, that this little paragraph right here, although investigators are considering all possibilities and scenarios, there's no evidence to indicate that the children were abducted. Whether that be stranger abduction or familial abduction, which is something that Daniel, she refers to as Dingbat, Daniel Martell refers to and infers. He's insinuating all the time about he believes exactly what the RCMP believes, and that somebody within the family know everything. Just these vague generalities as opposed to being very direct about what he believes happened to Jack and Lily in this circumstance. From a parent's standpoint, there's no reason to be vague. No reason as a parent to be mystified about what you believe happened. You would be adamant if you were a true victim of a circumstance of this scenario. But it says, although investigators, it goes on to say, there's no evidence to indicate that the children were abducted, which is contrary to what Daniel is inferring at this point in time throughout different communications that are coming through. And she's also, Ninchi that is, talking about how there was a mistake within the paperwork that was released, an error in the discrepancy between where the blanket was found, which was clarified in here as Lansdowne Road as opposed to what was written down being Lansdowne Station Road. Just a small side note. Oh, I forgot to extend my celebratory handshake to all the other Blue Jay fans out there who are now going to the American League Championship Series to face either Seattle or Detroit after beating the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium last night. Oh yeah, baby. I've already taken down 2 comments from idiots this morning about taking their time to use my comment section as a place to virtue signal and remind people like Leila and Rob or whoever out there who are sleuthing in the background, which is encouraged. But again, sometimes it can get taken too far, and the important thing is that we talk about it. It's not incorporating drama into the investigation. It can when things get too far. And it needs talking about. And that's why we talk about it here on this channel. We keep it open and transparent to a degree. All right, especially when it becomes a problem with people utilizing a channel and trying to gain favor and manipulate the narrative, steer the narrative, which is occurring in this particular case. It's a thing. So for a person to blindly go into the comment section and say, oh, you all are just so juvenile for even talking about this. This is really, if you don't have anything to do with actually being there and looking for Jack and Lily as though they're just wandered away into the bush, that you have no business even talking about the case here on social media. You're a problem. What a fucking tard. No, it's you who's missing the point. By the way, you're here listening to our videos. It's not everybody else that needs to change in that circumstance. There's always problems when it comes to these particular types of cases. And there's a reason why we love to talk about the nonsense in the background and remain open so people out there can come to their own determination over the types of nonsense that's occurring in the background. And there's all kinds of nonsense, mainly by way of Daniel. And those who want to gain favor with his tweaker buddies and himself. Oh, Daniel, I love you so much. Oh, Daniel. Oh, yeah, it's all Malaya's fault. Where and what did you do with Jack and Lily, Daniel? What do you think happened to Jack and Lily, Daniel? What happened next? Any situation like this, people and weird people come out of the woodwork. People who claim to be psychic mediums and have all of this, information that they've pulled from the ether through their special God-given righteous knowledge. It's just a mentally ill person trying to manipulate others. That's the worst of them. The then second worst are all the people that believe in it. This Brenda Bangay. LFMAO, AB, you did it yet again. Wow. Seems now your channel is changing into a massive love triangle. To its core. Decision is made. I'm going to buy buckets of popcorn. Funnier thing is I only eat popcorn like once every 5 years. On the other note, thank you for always keeping it real and truthful. End of the day, Jack and Lily are what matter the most. Where are these babies? And you're right. Where are they? Where do you think they are? Hold on, I'll leave you that question. There. What do you think happened to Jack and Lily? We have an interesting point from our friend the Grove Cat. Here's the main issue. This case has gone mainstream for all the wrong reasons. You, AB, and Mike are doing what I call education with statement analysis of the cases. Other channels are doing what mainstream should be doing with reporting on public facts, and they put their own ideas in there. Other channels are doing entertainment and attention seeking. People come on YouTube because of lack of interesting things on mainstream and go on some channel according to their interests. This specific issue is people like Callie, Leila, Rob Kent, and many others are more about entertainment. TV reality style. AB instead of Jerry, and they go on education and news style channels to bring their entertainment perspective. All it does is making people interested in learning annoyed by their childish behaviors. Thank you for what you're doing, AB. Listen, I put it out there for a reason, to gauge your feedback, but at the end of the day, it's not what this channel is. It's not what it's about. We don't bring the drama in that sense. We talk about it, but we talk about it in a way that's relative to the case in order to better or right what would otherwise be the righteous side of these circumstances, which are the interest of the victims here. It's common to get lost in splitting the hairs, but we're far past the point of recognizing where the scrutiny should be laid within the limited story that's been portrayed to us by Daniel and Malaya. And why are they so silent in regards to all of these insinuations early on? Obviously, it has to do with self-preservation. And, they just hide and talk around it by using Meadow as a way to justify not engaging in whatever questions being asked of them in real time. And that's based off of just what we've gathered over all of this time and what little we've come to learn about Malaya after her very brief statements in front of the camera on the Saturday, May 2nd, before she took off with her mom, Cindy. Starts to get crazy when people, start pointing fingers at each other as being internal spies and things like that. When it's atypical for people to just act a certain way based upon their limited knowledge of the circumstance, they prioritize things differently. They want to reach out and help somebody associated with the case. It's super unhealthy people mentally in the circumstance, many of who aren't here for the right reasons. We're here for the right reasons. We're assuming you're here for the right reasons, but there's an element to no matter what channel of negativity. It's important that you deal with it appropriately. Charmaine's updating us as to Heidi Corbett is no relation to Ken. I've confirmed with her. And Rob is not Ken. LOL. I've spoken to them both. Just an FYI. Okay. I'll make mention of that. Thank you, Charmaine. It's like people are back behind the scenes telling all these secrets over email. Oh, don't tell people about what I'm about to tell you. Don't tell people about what I'm about to tell you about this theory I have. Oh, I'm intrigued. See, it's worth mentioning here that I think it's so interesting in spite of everything. In the moment, they're having a good conversation and a good communication, even though it's being recorded behind his back. Does it really matter? No, I don't feel it does so much as they're outside in a public place. It's not like he went into his home. I'm not trying to make a justification for him, but right here, Wade says, Well, I appreciate you stopping by, and please come back and stop by at any time for further conversations in that sense. I want to hear another little recorded conversation with Wade. Only this time you don't have to hide it so much. Give him a call back. You know where he lives, Tint. He's willing to talk to you. Let's listen here for a second. You'll catch it. They're just talking about the 100 bags, and we'll listen to it here. The 100 bags of dirty diapers.
Because Daniel Martell was being abusive to his kids. So she was trying to protect those two kids.
I know, but where are they at?
Nah, that's what Doug would say. Doug would say Malaya for those kids to the supermarket.
No, she just had the baby there, but the CPS took her and they put her
So
foster care for now. I think she's getting her back.
Middle.
And then she's gonna live on the reserve.
Okay. So she has a kid right now, or?
Oh, why didn't his kids disappear? Daniel's two other kids, you get what I'm saying?
That's why I was trying to figure it out, man. It's so strange.
I don't care if they're at the mall or not. They're probably gone before the morning. You get what I'm saying?
But I just don't understand, man. No offense, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect him.
See, Wade, over the course, not just at one point, but over the course several times, is more than open about what he thinks probably happened to the kids. Now, as hard as that is to hear from him, we need to be thankful for the information that's given to us by him, because it is the closest thing to an accurate depiction of the circumstances leading up to the Jack and Lily going missing that we currently have.
Malaya.
Yeah.
But why she act like this way? She's not sad. She go to beach every day, like you said.
Every day.
So strange. But everybody says she's your mother. Do you remember?
Ain't no good.
Belinda says she's your mother. You know Belinda?
No, she
She don't.
Belinda never seen her, the kids for 3 years.
She didn't see the kid for 3 years.
The boyfriend, he was fucking crazy. He used to be there. The real baby there. And we moved them from Greenfield. You ever heard of Greenfield? They had 100 bags of dirty diapers in the basement. Come on.
Oh, Jesus. You're sad,
And he's from Mustang. Yeah, he is.
She probably couldn't get her. It's too much abuse on her, so she's just a lump, right?
He's probably pimping her up there. It's the neighbor. He does barrel racing all around.
Yeah.
Nova Scotia.
And,
Yeah, you come back anytime.
yes,
Like,
my
come
friend.
and visit.
For sure. Thank you so much, bro.
And the
Really
places-
appreciate it.
You come back anytime. Anytime. Tint, you should follow up with picking his brain a little bit more. Even if it's loose generalities. He was more than willing to open up to you then.